How clean do you believe Dallas really is? Well, Dallas is ranked at a whooping 17th place on the most polluted cities in the United States, while the main source of Dallas pollution comes from littering. According to TxDOT, approximately 362 million pieces of visible litter accumulates on Texas roadways each year, demonstrating that the city is not as clean as we would imagine. Therefore, in order to make an impact on reducing litter pollution in Dallas, the Dr. Pepper Snapple Group is a perfect fit for this project. As one of our most prized corporate social responsibility is sustaining the environment. Our company is motivated to work with the community to reduce the environmental impact of our value streams while observing the immediate and long-term effects of our efforts on the environment. Thus, our mission is to produce the most intense impact on stopping the littering in the city of Dallas. We, the Dr. Pepper Snapple Group, plan to distribute trash cans around the area of Dallas where there's a lot of foot traffic, and we're also going to implement a bi-weekly trash pickup. Now I'm going to pass it on to Josh.
So like Brandon said, my name is Joshua Herrera. I'm going to be discussing sort of the background as to why this all matters. So first and foremost, we got to look at the fact that litter affects our environment in three ways, right? So directly through our wildlife, the community we live in, and then third and foremost, the economy. Now, starting off, Rachel Feltman wrote an article in the Washington Post explaining how humans make a judgment in 1/10 of a second, and that's ridiculously fast, right? No one wants to live in an area that's deemed dirty and gross just because of the fact that there's trash scattered all over. Following that up, there's some actual real issues that arise from littering. By dropping that simple piece of trash on the ground, there's toxins that are released into the environment like DDT, PCB, and other dioxins that are super harmful to our environment and us humans. And we directly ingest those toxins via the food chain, right? So wildlife that eats the trash and all that, along with the way it contaminates water, is things we need. We need to eat and we need to drink. And if we're directly intoxicating those streams that enter the body, it's affecting us and they can cause some very serious health issues. Along with that, those same toxins are affecting our soil and they stunt plant growth. Dr. Oshima Sen-Nag wrote an article on the World Atlas explaining how those toxins stunt plant growth and have even deemed some areas ungrowable anymore. So no more plants can grow there. People can't crop food and other stuff. And though that affects us directly because we breathe, right? We need oxygen. So if plants are not able to grow anywhere, trees aren't being able to be planted, our air quality directly decreases. And that's why in that same article that Dr. Oshima Sen-Nag wrote, it explains that over the last decade, the air quality in the Dallas area has decreased over 40%. Now, following all that is the issue that litter serves as a breeding ground for insects, right? Now, mosquitoes are well known to spread epidemics all over the world. And when trash is being dumped, water bottles, cans, large bins, tires, all that stuff serves as breeding grounds. For example, if it rains, the water is going to be held in those containers, and mosquitoes look for a moist area to breed in, right? So those areas serve as habitats, and those mosquitoes are spreading West Nile, the flu, malaria, and even happens in Dallas over the past decade. There's been outbreaks of the flu and West Nile that caused thousands of people to die in a short period of time, which again directly affects us. Now, lastly, the point I want to touch on is the effect that litter has on the economy. Now, one might think to themselves, how does litter even have an impact on the economy, right? So the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, the agency by the government, has it that over $11.5 billion annually are being invested into cleaning up trash and litter all around the world, right? I mean, around the United States. Now, $450 million directly is coming out of Dallas's pocket. And that's tax dollars that are coming from the citizens that live in Dallas. So no one wants to be paying extra money if they don't have to. And those same $450 million can be invested back into Dallas to build communities, to community parks, investing even directly to the people. We could, here in Dallas, we could promote a scholarship or something to invest directly back into people to get them an education to help solve more issues that we have. And with that, I'll pass it on to Mohammed.
On to the proposal. Our proposal is to host a bi-weekly waste pickup event along with dispersing waste management bins all over the DFW Metroplex. This event will help diminish the ongoing issue of litter pollution by not only providing an extensive opportunity to the citizens of Dallas to dispose of their waste properly, but also making a direct impact on the issue by organizing a community pickup event. This event will be held on a bi-weekly basis where 2,000 volunteers will come out and be directed by Monique Exender. Now, Monique Exender has a variety of credentials that are highly suited for this role. Monique Exender graduated from the University of Michigan, Stephen M. Ross School of Business, while getting her MBA in Sustainable Enterprise. She's our Chief Sustainability Officer at Keurig Dr. Pepper. Monique Exender has been appointed this position because of her 18 years of experience leading organizations in corporate sustainability. Her goal with this project is to deliver enhanced reputation, brand value, and sustainable solutions with her appointed group leaders. For this event, we have planned 200 group leaders, while each of them managing a group of 10 volunteers. The group leaders have responsibilities such as consisting of directing volunteers to the appointed areas, managing the waste collected, and even disposing of the waste accordingly. Now, Helmi will go more into the proposal.
Alright, so our labor force will consist of 1 event director, 400 group leaders, 2,000 volunteers, and 10 waste management truck drivers. Our budget really begins at the beginning of the year of $114,000. So we're going to have 50 trash bins, 50 recycling bins scattered across the DFW Metroplex. The cost approximately will cost $10,000 total to purchase and sustain these bins annually. So the average cost for 5 regular dumpsters and 5 recycle bins is around $42,000 a year. Our ultimate goal is to get an app developed. So the average price for developing an app the size required for our project and at this caliber will be around $50,000. So this app will allow people to get rewarded by emptying bins in the dumpsters, and we would reward them in points that goes towards prizes. So for our one-day event for the community cleanup, we would need around $10,000 for lunch for our volunteers, where we will be catering from our local cafe, Sunny Street Cafe. So we are also asking for $2,000 in supplies for the volunteers.
One of the major environmental problems facing the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex is pollution, in particular littering. And we plan to help reduce and raise awareness of this issue by starting a bi-weekly event where a group of people are collecting trash from the additional trash cans and dumpsters that we place in busy spots. With adequate funding, this project is very feasible. All that would be needed is volunteers and participation from waste management to allow us to use trucks and their drivers for once every 2 weeks. The amount of funding, which comes out to $114,000 that we need for this mission, will assist us in purchasing and placing bins in dumpsters, as well as provide food and drinks for the volunteers and for the creation of our app and QR code. The addressing of the issue of pollution, particularly littering, is crucial to communities because it causes detriments in many different ways. For one, it causes areas to look trashy, which causes the value of an area to decrease, and newcomers won't want to stay. Another reason is the health risks it may cause. For example, water and air quality can be both affected by things that we leave on the ground instead of in the trash can. Also, it affects wildlife. For example, plastic soda can holders have been known to ensnare small animals, and they can poison the animals as well. Then if food is left on the ground, they can attract rodents that can possibly be carrying diseases that humans are vulnerable to. All of these are just a portion of the consequences that we suffer if littering continues. This chamber has the power to implement new regulations and policies that can benefit the environment. Meanwhile, we are hoping to initiate a region-wide movement that promotes awareness and knowledge as well as providing an opportunity to act. In the future, our company would like to turn our twice-a-month crusade in this Dallas area to other parts of North Texas and then beyond. We would also like to see people taking initiative and taking junk to the trash. This would be the ultimate sign that our mission was a success.